What's up guys, Cheetah here, and today I'm bringing you an achievement slash trophy walkthrough for Escape First 3. You can pick it up today for a price of $6.99. To get the full completion, we just have to finish all 3 levels, and it'll only take you around 22 to 25 minutes following along with this video. We're going to start off with the first level on the left side, the abandoned school. Alright, so starting off, you can toggle your flashlight on and off by using the right trigger. You want to turn to the right here, and we're going to interact with this table here once by pressing the A button, and it should glow red, and then turn to the left and interact with the second table here with a chair on it once as well, and then turn to the left and interact with the third table here 3 times until it glows red, just like that. And then we can turn to the right, and we're going to head off down this pathway here, and there is a desk back here with a book on it next to the telephone. Go ahead and pick up that book, and we're going to take it back to the third desk that says friendship on it, and we're going to place it right here. And then if you turn around and look at the bookshelf behind us, there is another book on the bottom left corner here. Pick that up and then take that to the second desk right beside us that says murder. Place that here, and then head off to the right side. There's 2 windows back here, and in the left windowsill, you can pick up the third book, and we can place that on the desk that says betrayal right behind us. That'll unlock the door, and we can head towards the right. And we can exit out to the hallway, and we're going to turn to the right, and we're going to make our way all the way down to the end until we get a spooky jump scare. Once you get jump scared, you can turn around, and we're going to head down to the biology room right behind us. Enter the room, and on the left side, you'll see a chalkboard, and we're going to spell the word death, so D-E-A-T-H, and then we're going to spell weights, W-A-I-T-S, and then we're going to spell smiles, S-M-I-L-E-S. And once you finish that, we can exit the room back out to the hallway, and we're going to head to the right, and we're going to enter the main office. Head inside here, and at the end, we can interact with the bookshelf blocking the doorway in order to move it out of the way. And then we can turn to the right, and we're going to pick up the middle couch cushion here, and you can drop that with the B button. That will reveal a key that you can pick up. Take that key to the briefcase on the right side here, and open it up, pick up the number 4, and then drop it, and pick up the piece of paper on the right side. That should be a 1. We're going to turn around towards the bookshelf, and on the floor here, we can place that on the left side. And then we're going to pick up the next page on the right side. That should be a 7. That's going to go in the third slot on the floor here. And then we can pick up the number 3. And that's going to go all the way at the end on the right side. And then we're going to pick up the 1, and we're going to place that in the 4th square to the right of the 7. And then we can pick up the 0, and we're going to place that in the 2nd square between the 1 and the 7. And then we can pick up the first page on the left side. That's going to be a 4. You can just drop it and then pick up the 9. And that's going to go next to the 1. And then we can pick up the 7, and we can place that in the final square. And again, the code is going to be 107-1973. That'll unlock the door. We can head inside. You want to be careful. We're going to interact with the middle of the dartboard here once, and then the outer right side once as well. And that'll finish the puzzle. And then we can exit the room back out to the hallway. And now we're going to head upstairs. So head to the left out here, and then make your way up the staircase on the right side. And once you're upstairs, we're going to head down to the chemistry room on the right side here first for a missable achievement. So head inside here, turn to the right side, and on the chalkboard here, we're going to solve a puzzle. So you want to interact with the square up at the top left side first, and then the middle square on the left side right here, and then the middle right side square here, and then the bottom left square, and that'll unlock an achievement. And then from there, we're going to grab the square up at the top left, and we're going to place that in the square number 4 here, and then grab the middle left, and we're going to place that in the 1, and then grab the bottom left and place that in 3, and then grab the top right and place that in 5, grab the middle right and place that in 6, and then grab the bottom right and place that in 2. That'll unlock the desk here, and you can pick up the key and take that to the left. And we're going to unlock this here. Open up the xylophone here, and then open up the drawer and pick up a stick inside. And then you can close the drawer, and we're going to play the xylophone here, starting off with the G key in the middle. And then we're going to play the B key slightly off to the right, and then the C numbered key up here, and then the D key, and then again the G key, and then the F numbered up here. And if you did that correctly, that'll solve the puzzle, and you can drop the stick and then exit out to the hallway. And we're going to turn to the left and make our way down to the geography room on the left side. And inside here, there is a chalkboard on the ground towards the right that we can interact with. And we're going to interact with the word don't towards the bottom left, and then waste towards the bottom right, and then your towards the top right, and then time in the middle, and then here up towards the top left. And that'll solve the puzzle. And we can exit the room and head back out towards the hallway. We're going to head down towards the right to the biology room, and we're going to grade some papers. So head inside here and head towards the teacher's desk. Open up the desk and pick up the graded paper. And we're going to take this to the desk on the back right and place that there. And then pick up the next graded paper. And we're going to take that to the desk on the back left. And then pick up the final graded paper, and we're going to place that down on the desk on the front right. That'll solve the puzzle, and then we can exit the room and head straight across the hallway and enter the locker room. Head inside here and interact with the lockers on the right side here. Open up the second one, pick up the page, and then immediately look down and drop that at your feet. Leave it there. We're going to need it for later. Head down to the left and interact with the next set of lockers. Open these up, and again, pick up the paper, and then immediately drop it at your feet. And then you can turn around, and behind you, there is another set of lockers here. Open up the second one or the third one, and then pick up the page, drop that at your feet. And then to the left, there is another set of lockers. Open up the openable one, pick up the page, drop that at your feet, and then head around to the other side. There's another set directly behind these ones. Open up this one here, grab the paper, drop that at your feet, and then turn to the left, and on the back corner here, there's another set of lockers. You can open up this one here, and once you pick up the final page, a little ritual will spawn in the room. And we can place this page on the number 1. Then if you look off to the left here, you'll see the first locker that we opened up. We can pick up the page that we dropped earlier. If you press Y on it, you can zoom in, and the page should say Betty down on the bottom left side. We're going to place the Betty page on the number 4, and then head to the second locker that we opened up, and we can pick up the next piece of paper. This one should say Linda. We're going to place Linda on number 2, and then head to the third locker, pick up the third page, and we're going to place Amy on number 3. Then head to the fourth locker. This page should say Alex. We're going to place him on number 6. And then head around to the other side of the lockers and pick up the 5th page. This one is Paul. We're going to place that on 5. That's going to finish the level, and that'll unlock your achievement. Alright, and next up we're going to play the second level in the middle called Keep of Lost Souls. Alright, so starting off on this level here, we're going to pick up the axe in front of us on the table. We're going to turn around and use the axe to break the lock on this cupboard here. And then we can drop the axe and open up the cupboard and pick up the piece of metal on the bottom shelf towards the front, the bigger piece. And we're going to use this on the chest on the right side. Place that there and then rotate it to break the lock. Open up the chest, and inside you can pick up the steel. It's kind of shaped like a B. Turn to the left and take that towards the furnace. And we're going to use this on the flint to ignite the flames. You can drop that piece of steel and then head back and pick up the metal in front of the chest here. And we're going to place that in the flames. And then we're going to pull the lever just slightly to the left here a couple of times until we heat up that piece of metal. And then we can pick it up with our bare hands, and we're going to place that on the anvil to the left here. and then head back to the chest that we opened up, and we can pick up the hammer, and we're going to use that on the anvil. And then we can drop the hammer and head back to the chest and pick up the tool inside. And again, we're going to place this on the anvil and then pick up the hammer and use the hammer on the tool there. And that's going to form a key. And then we can drop the hammer and pick up the key. And we're going to use this key to unlock the door over here and then head through. Inside here, we can get the Rat Chaser achievement for grabbing all of the rats in the room. There's a total of 4 that run around. You'll have to look around for them and find them. You can pick them up with the A button and then drop them using B. And eventually, once you grab the 4th rat, that'll unlock the achievement. And you want to take one of the rats and place it in the middle of this little pedestal here, just like that. And then pick up the scroll and take that to the right and place that on the bottom middle of the door here. And then turn around to the right. And on the left side, we can grab the cup. And we're going to place the cup into the cauldron here and fill it up with water. And then pick up the cup and take it to the door. And we're going to place the cup on the symbol on the right side there. And then drop the cup in front of the door. We're going to need that for later. And then head to the table in the corner back here and pick up the stick. Take the stick to that same door. And this time we're going to use it on the symbol on the top middle. And then again, drop the stick in front of the door. Leave it here. We're going to need it for later. And now we're going to head back to the first room. And back here on the right side, there's going to be a sword that we can pick up. Pick that up, and we're going to take that back to the rat that we placed on the little pedestal. And we're going to use it on the rat. And then we're going to pick up the rat's head. And we're going to use the head on the bottom symbol on the door here. And then we can drop that, and we can pick up the torch just to the left here, and we can use this on the symbol on the left side. That's going to open up the door, and we can head towards the back left, and you're going to see this little fire pit here. You can drop the torch and pick up the rock and place that on the little corner piece there, and then pick up the rock to the left, and we're going to place that towards the top right side, and then we're going to head all the way back to the starting room. And we're going to pick up the hammer next to the anvil that we dropped earlier. We're going to use that on the fireplace here. You want to break off this piece of stone, drop the hammer, and pick up the stone rock. And we're going to take that back to the fire pit in the third room. Place that in the middle there, and then on the barrel on the right side, we can pick up some wood pieces, and we can place that on the fire pit. And then pick up the torch that we dropped earlier, and you can use that to light the pit. And now we're going to head back into the second room, and we're going to pick up the cauldron, and we're going to place that on the fire pit. Once you have that placed, if you look directly to the right, we can pick up the sword here, and we can place that somewhere in the cauldron. And then if you turn around, there's a little bench on the ground back here. And we can pick up the hand, and we're going to place this in the cauldron as well. And then we're going to head back to the second room. And on the floor, there is a hand with a nail in it next to the cage. On the left side over here, we're going to pick up the nail from the hand. And we're going to take that to the cauldron and place that somewhere in there as well. Then we're going to head back to the doorway, and on the ground you should find the stick that we dropped earlier, and we're going to place that in there as well. And now we're going to head all the way back to the first room. And on the table here, we're going to pick up the ore and take that back to the cauldron. And then again, we're going to head all the way back to the first room. And on the fireplace where we broke off the piece of stone, there is a key, and we're going to take that to the third room. We can unlock this cage here, open it up, and pick up the crystal inside. And again, we're going to place this in the cauldron as well. And that's going to unlock the door to the next room. So we can turn to the right and head through the newly opened door. And on your way, you can pick up this torch here on the wall, and we can head inside here. And we're going to head straight, and on the left side, there is a staircase. We're going to head up the staircase here. And then up here, there's two symbols. On the right side, we're going to interact with this symbol here. And then head back down these stairs. Once you get to the bottom of the stairs, we're going to drop our torch right here for later. And now we're going to head back to the second room. And we're going to pick up the cup on the floor in the doorway here that we left earlier. So pick that up and then head to the new room. And as soon as you enter the room here, we're going to turn to the left and head up the first staircase. And at the top, there is a symbol here, and we can use the cup on the symbol. And then we're going to turn around and head back down the staircase. We're going to drop the cup at the bottom of the stairs for later. So drop it right here and then turn to the left. And on the fountain here, you can find the stick. We're going to bring this stick up the staircase on the left side. And again, up here, there's going to be a pillar in the middle. And we can use the stick on the symbol here. And then just to the left of this pillar on the floor, we can drop the stick on the stone flooring here. And we can head back down the staircase. And we're going to pick up the cup at the bottom of the stairs here. And then we're going to head around to the side of this staircase. And on the side, we can use the cup on the symbol here. And then we can drop the cup and we can turn around. And behind us, you should see the torch on the ground. We can pick up that torch and use that on the symbol right beside us here. And then we can drop the torch, head up the staircase, and we're going to pick up the stick that we dropped earlier. And then if we pick that up and we turn to the right, we can use the stick on the final symbol here on the wall. That's going to finish the puzzle. And now we can head all the way back to the very first room. Once we're back in the first room here, we can head to the cabinet that we opened earlier, and we can pick up the second piece of metal, place that in the furnace, and again, pull the lever to heat it up. Once it's heated up, you can grab it and place that on the anvil, and then again, use the hammer on it. And then we can drop the hammer, and we can pick up the sword handle on the table here, and we can place that on the sword or the dagger, and we can pick that up, and we can take that to the final room, and we're going to head up the stairs. So again, head up the stairs here, and up at the top, there's going to be two ropes that we can cut right over here. And then once you cut the two ropes, we can spin the wheel, and that'll open up the gate and finish the level. Alright, and now we can start the third level, the Secret Inheritance. And this one's quick and easy. Alright, so starting off, we're going to turn to the left here and interact with the puzzle on the door. And we're going to enter 9 or IX for the first one. We're going to enter 6 or VI for the second one. Leave the third one at 2. And then for the fourth one, that's going to be 3. The fifth one, leave it at 2. And then for the sixth one, that's going to be 3. And you can head through the two doors here. Again, that was IX, VI, 2, 3, 2, 3. And then for this part here, we're just going to spin all of the chairs until they're facing away from each other. And once you do that, just like this here, that'll unlock the worst party ever achievement. And then for the final chair over here, we're going to spin that around 3 times. And then for the next chair, we're going to spin that around 5 times. And then for the third chair here, we're going to spin that 3 times. And then for the next one here, we're going to spin that 5 times. And then for the last chair here, we're going to spin that 4 times. And if you do it correctly, you should hear a click. And then on top of the fireplace here, we can pick up the lever and then turn around behind us. And you'll see the painting is now moved out of the way, and we can place the lever on the safe here. Go ahead and rotate that a bit until the eye opens up. And then we can head across to the desk on the opposite side of the room, and we can pick up the gem here, and we're going to place that in the eye of the safe. And then we can open up the safe and pick up the book inside, and we're going to place this on the bookshelf to the right of the fireplace over here. Place that on the bottom right side. And then look to the left, and in the bottom middle of the fireplace, we can pick up the next book. This one's going to go on the second shelf in the middle here. And then we can turn around, and behind us, there is another bookshelf over here. We can find the third book, take that back to the bookshelf. And this one's going to go on the third shelf on the right side. And then turn around, and behind us on the desk, there is another book. Pick up the book here. And this one's going to go towards the top left side, right up here. And then the final book is on top of the fireplace right here. And this one is going to go towards the top middle. And then once you have those placed, you can interact with the book in the middle here. And that'll open up the bookshelf and reveal a secret door. And in order to unlock this door, all you have to do is spell out the word ending, and that'll open up the door. And once you open up the door, you want to be quick and interact with the hunting rifle on the wall before the level ends, or else you will miss the final achievement. So make sure you quickly do that. And that'll be your full completion. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on the video if the guide was helpful. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Shout out to my Patreon supporters, ChanSpanG1, TimG84, JAGS, HAVOK, Stacy Mackey, and last but not least, shout out to my two legend supporters, Niku no Nioi and MonarchReptar. If you guys would like to support me on Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/CheetahsGuides.